I'm Amanda, and this is Not Your Granny's Quilt Show. Hey, everybody, welcome to today's episode. I'm so excited because guess what? I have Chelsea B. Porter on the show, also from A Few Loose Threads, but her Insta tag is Chelsea B. Porter. And she makes a lot of really fun content, sewing, quilting related. Also, she gifted the dear, sweet, adorable, beautiful, perfect Benson Boone a quilted vest. And I almost died from excitement and jealousy. Bestie Miranda almost died from excitement and jealousy. Miranda had been at the previous show and then she went back to go to night 3. So she missed night 2 of when Chelsea gave the vest to Benny. And boy, were we sad. Anyway, but we're so excited to talk to Chelsea because she did something incredible that we all wish we could do every day of our lives, which is gift quilted things to the people that we love. And so yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about her content and how she just keeps generating ideas. And I'm just so excited for you guys to hear this. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Hi, Chelsea. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so good. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, absolutely.
So you and I have never met. We've never chatted before. This is our first time like meeting each other, which is so fun. And I'm excited because I've been consuming some of your content and seeing your vibe, which is like kind of feels similar to mine. It's just like very happy and free and like let's just get this life. And I don't know. Anyway, so I'm very excited. We're obviously obvious to me and you, maybe to like everybody else, but we're going to be talking about the quilted vest that you gifted to Benson Boone at his recent concert in Salt Lake City. And I'm going to try not to be too jealous while we're talking about it. But before we get to all that, I want to know how you even got into quilting and sewing in the first place.
Oh my gosh, it's kind of crazy because I can't remember the specific age I was when I started, but my grandma Cadman, my mom's
Hmm.
mom, she started me on all of my crafting and sewing journey. And I
Hmm.
was between 8 and 10. Okay, so
Okay.
somewhere right around that age. And I actually have the very first project we made in my basement in my little hope chest.
Yeah.
It's the ugliest little felt teddy bear you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
We like drew a teddy bear. It's just two pieces of felt stitched together with buttons for eyes and a nose and stuffed. And we hand stitched it. And it is adorable and terrifying all in one. And I love it. And so she is really the person that got me started into sewing.
Hmm.
And she sewed her, well, she's still with us, but she's been sewing her whole life. And she
Yeah.
still just constantly is altering things for people or taking them in or fixing a hole or whatever. And so
Hmm.
she's really where I get my get up and go spirit.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually start quilting until I want to say I was 13 is what I want to say.
Hmm.
I had been my grandma Cadman lived in Wyoming. At this age, we'd moved around a bit, but we were now in Utah. Okay, so I was
Okay.
in Utah, grandma was in Wyoming, and it was kind of me just messing around with a sewing machine, trying to figure things out.
Hmm.
And I came up with this idea. I came up with this idea that I wanted to make a quilt for my parents. But I
Hmm.
didn't know where to start. My grandma wasn't here. And so I actually had a good friend who lived down the street whose mom sewed and quilted.
Okay.
So I was over at my friend's house. I don't know, having her do my math homework because I was struggling. And she's so smart. She's actually a math teacher now. So there you go.
Oh, there you go.
We have to have that friend that gets us through life.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And so I went to her mom and I was like, could you help me, like make a quilt? And
Yeah,
she was ecstatic. She's like, let's do it.
yeah.
So she helped me and I it's my mom has the quilt and it is Well, it's kind of like my teddy bear. It's very cute and I think pretty good. I haven't looked at it in a few years, so I really should go inspect it.
Yeah.
Also kind of ugly.
Oh,
So
yeah.
my dad, his favorite colors is bright green.
Oh.
And then my mom loves purple. And so
Mhm.
I went and I got purple and green and white fabric, and it is Barney. It is just so pretty. And it kills me. But you know what? It is what it is. I was like 12, 13.
Yeah.
And so my friend's mom helped me. She cut everything. She helped me cut everything out, and we stitched every single thing together, and we hand tied it. And
Okay.
um, then the one other detail that I love about that quilt, it was my first quilt, was I bought some of those printable transfer sheets at Walmart.
Yeah.
And I went through all of our family photo albums and I found photos of everyone. And so well, it's 9 blocks, and 4 of the blocks have family photos ironed onto the quilt.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh.
just like this. I made it. It's in your favorite colors. There's pictures of your family. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. And it's like with those things, it's like the thought that counts, right? Like you're a kid just trying to make something cool for your family. And like, regardless of how like aesthetic it is, like it doesn't matter to parents, right? Like, you
Yeah.
know that as a mom, like when they give you something, you're like, this is the most precious
And they're
thing in
like,
the whole
this
world.
is this is the best thing I've ever colored. And I'm like, absolutely it
It sure is.
is.
Right? And you like keep it on the fridge until they make the next greatest thing. And then,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So I can just imagine that they're just like, they just picture 13-year-old you when they see that and just like know that, your little heart put everything into it. That's so
Yes.
cute.
It
I
was
love
it
that.
was really fun. And I keep thinking about my friend's mom, and
Hmm.
um I haven't seen her in, I don't know, 4 years or something. And I'm part of me is like, man, I need to like make her a quilt. I mean, she could make herself a quilt, but part of me is like, I need to do something for her because
Yeah.
she's the one who like, helped me make my first quilt. So
Right. Right. You're like, I wouldn't be here today
like,
in
how do
this
I
position.
pay you back? Not that she ever had that thought in her mind ever, but
No, for
you
sure.
want to give back to the people that help you.
Yeah. Yeah. And, honestly, a quilter nobody thinks to give a quilter a quilt, right? Like, oh, they can make their own. It's like, yeah, but when you gift me something that I didn't have to make, that's a whole like
Well,
I
and also, like, don't we love making quilts for other people? Isn't that like
right.
the thing? Like, we love making quilts for other people. Why would we make one for ourselves?
Exactly.
Maybe I should
Exactly.
add that to my 2026 calendar of to-dos.
Yeah, there you go. You can do it. I but I'm with you. It's like you want to like give her something that's like shows your appreciation that takes time and effort so that and it's like she'll know how much that means, to like get a quilt from a quilter
Well, and
and
I'm like, because I haven't seen her in a long time, like, she's not one person to be on social media. So I'm like, does
Mhm.
she even know what's going on in my life? And does
Right.
she realize how much of an impact she had on me? Like,
Right.
maybe that was just something kind that she did and she's moved on from and not thought much of ever since. But for me, it's something that I think about all the time.
Right. So
Know?
deeply
The
impactful.
impact that things have on us, sometimes for us, it's not that big of a deal, but for others, it's such a big deal. And there's beauty in that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And to be able to communicate that with like, look how far I've come, like because you were kind enough to sit with me and work through this with me, like that's so cool and a beautiful thing because it's like, yeah, how is she going to know what you were going to do with it or how deeply it was going to change you and drive your trajectory of like where you're at now and what you're doing now. So
Well,
that's
and like I knew I could ask her for help because prior to that, her daughter's name is Stacy. So Stacy's mom has got it going on. So
yeah, Stacy's mom.
So Stacy and I would be hanging out, and her mom taught us how to do some simple crocheting, and we
Oh
made some
yeah.
cute hot pads. And I
Mhm.
remember we made like a watermelon hot pad, and it was just so adorable. And so like she had taught us a couple simple things here and there. And so I remember thinking like she showed me how to make these cute crocheted hot pads. I'm
Yeah.
willing to bet she would help me with this quilt thing. And then she took a 13-year-old and helped her make a full-on quilt. Like she's amazing. So
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
shout out to
Oh,
her. Maybe she'll see this.
yeah. Yeah, Stacy's mom. Thank you so much. We love a good mom helper because I think like I don't know. I grew up with a mom who sews and she never, I shouldn't say never. She like would make me these kind of I don't know if they were like actually popular, but she had these like patterns from we got them at Joann's and you would like zigzag stitch these like big pieces of fabric together to make like animal blankets. And so I had
Cute.
like a my mom loves hippos, but she like made a hippo with like a tutu on it. And there was like, I think I think it was a rabbit. I don't know. Anyway, so we like had these like animal blankets. She made us this like play tent. Like she was just always doing stuff, making clothes for me and my dolls and whatever. And then she started quilting like a year and a half before me. And then when I finally started sewing, she was like, "Oh, now you want to sew?" Because I would never touch it. I would never touch it. I was like, "Nope." I had so much anxiety about it. And so when my friends finally dragged me kicking and screaming to start sewing and start quilting, she was like, "For real?" When I was like 30,
Can
she's
you
like,
just be happy? Can you just be
"Yeah."
happy?
I was
I
like, "Okay,
finally
but
did it.
yeah," I'm like, "But that it was always been your thing. Like I crocheted, I did all this other stuff, and like now I'm here." And I was like, "But you never quilted. You always made other stuff." And I didn't want to make clothes. Like I wanted to not sew ever because sewing machines used to scare me. But now I'm like, I could do it with my eyes closed. But anyway, so
Absolutely.
it's just interesting how it all comes into our lives and like what would what would have happened had it been something else or had you not had anybody to help you do that? Like, because yeah, I mean, before FaceTime and calling grandma on FaceTime to be like, okay, walk me through this, like how are you supposed to know what to do?
Literally.
And so those like mom angels come into our life sometimes and just swoop us up and teach us things that, yeah, again, like we were saying, like the impact was unknown. How could she know? How could you know?
Mhm.
And now you're here.
And my mom, bless her heart, she always wanted to help me, but she's like, that skipped a generation. It went
Right?
right from my mom to you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah, I we dragged my sister in slowly because she was like living at my parents' house while we still had the business there for a little while. And so we like slowly dragged her in. So now she's made a few quilts and I'm like trying to get at least one of my nieces to kind of be interested, but they're still like young enough that they're kind of like, yeah, it's fine, I guess. Like,
Yes.
but they want quilts, but they don't necessarily want to make them.
Yeah, they don't have the effort into it. I feel like kids those age right now, the super cool thing to do is to get them to upcycle things. Like
Yeah.
so many kids are doing this really fun, well, and adults too, but I've seen a lot of kids going
Yeah.
to the, Goodwill or whatever and buying a sweatshirt and
Hmm.
upcycling and doing some really funky, fun things. So,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And like my youngest, I mean, he's in college, but he like is like that. He would like thrift stuff, he would upcycle it. He like brought some old like 90s like burgundy floral curtains, like drapes to me from the thrift store. He's like, "How do I make pants out of this?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Also, I need this fringe on it." I'm like, "Where's your jeans?" I like showed him how to like fold it in half and like cut the
yes.
inseam and like and then he was like, I need a zipper." I was like, "Do you want help putting a zipper in?" He's like, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see." And I don't know whatever happened to those pants, but it was just like, what are you? Okay. I mean,
Wait, who is this?
my youngest stepson.
Oh, I was like, when you said my youngest, and then you said college, and I'm looking at you going, you have your youngest is in college?
Yeah.
No way. I don't believe
Yeah.
you for a second.
Yeah. No, he's my stepson.
Yeah.
But I'm almost 40. I'm about to be
No,
40. Yeah.
that's amazing.
I know. Crazy, right?
So amazing.
Um, I got good genes. My parents they are young, but like they also look super young. So I feel like I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine forever, I think.
You are fine.
Stop. So are you. Um, yeah. Oh, but the kids upcycling stuff is like it's just so fun to see. I'm like, and now, yeah, my oldest niece is 16, and her and her boyfriend love to go like thrifting and finding cool stuff. They're like, "Do you know about South Pole?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Like that was cool when I was in high school." They're like, "Oh my God, Janko jeans." I'm like,
She's
Oh,
like,
come
here
on.
we
Yeah,
go.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, this is what my mom felt like when I was like, 'Mom, you don't get it.'" And she was like, "Okay." I'm
Like,
like,
dang it, she was right.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, "Mm." I'm like texting her or calling her. I'm like, "So, I'm really sorry about all the times I was really atrocious." She's like, "Mhm, it's okay." I'm like, "Thank you
I've
for
been
loving
waiting for
me."
this call.
I know. She's like, "It's about time you recognize." I'm like, "What?" No. She's actually pretty chill about it, but I do apologize often for my generally shitty attitude as a teenager. So anyway, your kids are still pretty young though, right?
Yes, they're 5, 4, and 2.
Oh yeah, so you've
We've
got
got plenty of time for them to get
li-
mad at me.
you know what? It's fine. It doesn't ever last that long.
It's true.
So that's pretty
It's true.
fine. I've got two that are in college, so I can tell you, you will survive.
Let's go.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Do they have, do any of your kids show interest in like sewing or
Oh
trying to like
yeah.
help mom and
All constantly. It's
yeah.
kind of fun because it started off as my sewing space. I have like a locked door on the outside, and I do keep it locked still because there's a lot of dangerous implements in this room, and I want to
Uh-huh.
keep it safe. And so there's that, but there was also just this whole thing of like, I can't have you in here like tinkering because you are definitely curious, and
Mm-hmm.
I love it, but you can't be curious without me.
Right.
And it's kind of been fun because lately I've been able to leave my door maybe like not locked as often, and they're showing a lot more respect for the room, and they're starting to
Mm.
understand what this space is, and they also understand that they can come in here with me and sit on my
Mm-hmm.
lap and sew. And so it's been really kind of fun to foster that and to take them to the fabric shop. That's the thing we're working on right now, is because they're little, it's 5,
Mm-hmm.
4, and 2,
Yeah.
taking him to the fabric shop. And every time I'm looking at the employees, like, I'm so sorry for what's about to happen, but the only way for them to be better in here is if I bring them here,
Mm-hmm.
and we have to practice. And so I'm so
Yeah.
sorry they're going to be loud, but we're going to work on it.
Well,
And some
also
of them
kids
have been super,
exist.
yeah. And I'm like, some of it has been really like like welcomed, and like some of the quilt shop ladies have like offered me encouragement and like,
Mm.
like good for you, and just the chit chat I love when you go to the quilt shop. And
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of been fun to bring my kids into that world. So
Yeah. Well, and if they don't end up doing it themselves, they can at least have an appreciation for it. Like I know my kids, like they see handmade stuff or they see hand sewn things and they're like, look what I found. And I'm like, that's really cool. Like they can see it and they know what it is and they know how much goes into it. And so
yeah,
I feel like even just the exposure to it gives them like a new perspective on the world and what it actually takes to make something. And I think that's why they both like have an appreciation for the things that they have, or they try to find really good, solid, well-made things. Like
right.
they don't want a lot of stuff, but what they do have, they want it to be high quality and well made because they know how important it is. And like, I'm just like so proud of them.
You're
So
like, yeah.
yeah. So I just feel like, yeah, that loving of like lovingly showing them what you do and how it works and like the process and teaching them like this is how we respect the tools around this because they are can be dangerous if they're used wrong. And this is how we are nice in the quilt store so that we don't annoy the quilt ladies, but they're also kids and they're allowed to be kids. It's like, I think that's so cool and so important. And I'm like really happy that you're bringing them along with you because I think some people are like, oh, they're too young. They can't. It's like they can. You
They
just have to have
totally can.
the patience to deal with it. And sometimes you don't, and that's okay.
Right. And like that's the thing, is like I'm hoping to one day, like everyone, it's funny because I've had most people on the internet think that my sewing space is big and maybe
Mm,
the way it films or whatever, it looks big, but I
hmm.
actually have like a pretty cramped room in here. And so I'm hoping in the future to have a larger space. Right now, I have a long arm in my master bedroom. So like
Oh.
every morning, my husband and I wake up and it's like, there's the long arm. And I'm
Mm.
real happy about it. My husband, a little less so. But like part
Uh,
of it is like when I get that, and however long it takes, when I get that little bit of a bigger space, I really want to have a section in there for my kids to like, that's your space. Like you're welcome to come in here and be
yeah.
creative with me. Like you don't have to
Mhm.
sew, you don't have to quilt or whatever. Like I want to foster that creative spirit and, just play. And
Yeah.
so it's been really fun because like I don't have daughters, but my sons are so capable of incredible things, and I love watching them do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I think it's good for boys to see their moms doing stuff that they love and like making time for it. And like, I think that they grow up to value that in like the women or their partners that they seek.
Yeah.
And, I just think it's so important to like demystify what women do for boys
Yes. Yes.
so that they don't grow up thinking that it's a woman's job to mother them their whole lives.
Mhm. 100%.
You're like, you will take care of yourself.
Yes, and you will be a good partner because your wife or, husband or
Mhm.
whoever shouldn't have to like mother you.
Yeah. For sure. Exactly. Yeah. That's so funny that your long arm is in your bedroom. I would literally never sleep if my long arm was in my room. But also, my husband's like a huge night owl. So he would probably just be like up talking to me if I was like quilting all night. So it'd be fine. But mine's in my garage because that's where it fits. But
Yes.
so I understand about carving out small space. Like this is a small bedroom in my upstairs. And then I have half of my garage walled off for my long arm. And it's
We make it
crazy.
work.
I
We
know.
make it work.
Yeah, it's like crazy what you have. It's like I'm just willing to shove my stuff wherever it will fit to make sure that I can do what I want to do. And like it was fun having everything at my parents' old house because they had a huge room in their upstairs. Like the previous owners had taken down the wall between two bedrooms in the upstairs.
Oh,
And
nice.
so the long arm was like she fit beautifully in there. And like my nieces and nephew could come in when they were over. And they would like hide underneath the long arm when there was a quilt on there and like the batting would hang down. They're like, we're in a fort. And we're like, okay. Or if we weren't at the sewing desk, they would like wall off the sewing desk like underneath and like be like, we're making a quilt fort. I'm like, I have to work. They're like, no, you can't. We're
It's time to
busy.
play. So,
Yeah. Yeah. But I think it's important to like let your kids play when you're playing too, and show them the importance of continuing to play even into adulthood. Cause I think we like lose that sometimes because we think we have to get serious and like my life has to be serious and I can't play and that's for children. And it's like, I mean, it is, but also we're still just kids and on the inside. So
someone said something to me a little while ago, and I'm saying that now realizing maybe it was a TikTok I saw. I can't actually tell you where I heard this, but I'm going to tell you
sure.
what I heard regardless. Wherever I heard this, it's like you have to remember that your kid is just, a child going through life for the first time. But then you
Mhm.
also have to remember, I am just a 30-year-old girl going through life for the first time. And it's
Yeah.
like, I am just a, 30 something year old woman who's going through life for the first time. Like, I
Right.
should give
Yeah.
myself some grace too, and I should give myself opportunities to have fun and explore. And
Hmm.
like you said, like we don't always have to take ourselves so seriously.
Right. Yeah. And that's like one thing that I think for me, like keeps me like helps me find more joy in my life as I live in that space where I'm like I'm aiming to please my inner child because she needs a lot of love and care and I'm here to give it to her. So like obviously I like take care of my responsibilities, but then I'm like, okay, girl, what do you want to do today? It's like I just think it's so important and to nurture that and to show your kids that that's okay too. And like, or the kids in your life, if you don't have your own kids, like, it's just
Yeah.
like how to like live in that space of like allowing that to be part of your life. And you're right. Like I think I was even just telling my doctor recently, I was just because we were talking about, hormones and changing, whatever, like perimenopause, blah. And I was like, I want to go sink into the bottom of a lake and never come up. She was like, I'm like, I'm just kidding. It was a total joke. I will
Yes.
definitely, I hate swimming, so it's fine. I won't go in the water. But she was like, well, yeah, like we've got more information. We can da da da. And I was like, I just like never been 39 before, so I don't know what I'm doing. And she's like, it's okay. You don't have to know what you're doing. Like, I'm here to help you. So
I love that so much.
I just was like, yeah, this is hard, but also there's support in it, right? Like build a community and there's a lot of people who can help you. And it's
Well, I
just,
think that's something so fun about being in the content creation world is, content creation can do so many things and it can
Mm,
definitely add a negative light to your life if you
sure.
allow it, or
Mhm.
if, it, I don't know. Bad things can totally get drawn attention to.
Yeah.
Like Facebook, some of the people on there, they love to rip me to shreds for how I pronounce words. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you've never been to Utah. Like,
Right. You're like, there's a dialect.
yeah, I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
not like, I don't, anyway,
Yeah.
that's a whole other topic. But what I love about the community that I have been able to like build and be a part of and nurture is like, I now have like this incredible friend group to go to for literally anything. Like
Yeah.
yesterday, I'm making the Drew Barrymore coat right now.
Yeah.
I have a question and I need someone to give me their opinion or someone to back me up or or question me. So I just go put up my stories. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, like these are my
Hmm.
options. I'm torn. Which one do you like? And then
Yeah.
they answer it. And then I'm like, wow, like I got help like this.
Yeah.
I love it. I love how, social media can be difficult, but it also can
Hmm.
like, and the community that we're able to build because of social media, we just have, we have so much knowledge at our fingertips, knowledge that I could never gain over a lifetime, but
Right.
I have this collective knowledge that we can all just share. And I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was literally just telling my husband last night, like, I've got such a strong group of people in my life because of the internet. Because I started quilting in 2017 and found Quiltstagram, and I was like, ah, my life has changed forever. And like, I've learned so much about myself through living online. And I mean, I have in real life friends, I have in real life people, but like, also the people I've met online have just like enriched my life so much. And like you said, a wealth of knowledge at my fingertips. I have my group chat that I can be like, okay, chat, what's this? And then they're like, oh, I've seen that. Or like, oh, hey, this is how I dealt with that. And I'm like, oh, thank God for you. It's like,
Yes. Like
because,
which number interfacing do I need for this thing? And
right?
someone's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, you need this one."
Uh
Like,
huh. You're
thank
like,
you. Thank you so
Roger,
much.
appreciate you. I'm about to order it.
Also,
Yeah.
you got an affiliate link because I will click that.
Yeah. For real. Yeah. I'm like, how do I help you help me? It's,
Yes.
yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh. So when did you start content creation? Because I didn't quite find the end of your breadcrumbs. So did you start before you had kids or after you had kids?
So, my content creation journey has been kind of interesting because I have, for a long time, I've been dabbling in content creation and
Mhm.
nothing really. So I have ADHD. That's not a huge surprise to a
Me
lot of
too.
people. Um, and I do
Okay.
like, it's like, yeah, it's written all over everywhere. So I'll find something and I'll latch onto it. And then I get burnt out or bored, and then I'm off to the next thing. And so nothing that I ever created really took off and or
Mhm.
lasted.
Yeah.
But I was making content about being postpartum last year.
Mm, okay.
I was in the depths. Okay. It was a
Yeah.
bad time to be me. And so I was like, I'm gonna post about this. I'm just gonna be my true authentic self and we're just gonna
Yeah.
talk and we're gonna find people going through it and we're gonna get through this together.
Hmm.
It didn't really do super well, and that's fine. But I make Christmas gifts for my neighbors every year. I make a homemade Christmas neighbor gift. And so
Hmm.
I started making bowl cozies. Okay, I
Oh
was
yeah.
making a
Hmm.
ton of bowl cozies. And then
I've
I
got one right here
like,
actually.
heck yeah, everyone's gotta have a bowl
I
cozy.
have a client, she like makes me zippy pouches and she makes me bowl cozies. And when she brings me quilts, she brings me, and she very specifically made me Boise State ones. So
That's so cute. I
like
love
cute.
that. I
I know.
love it.
Anyway, sorry. Back
No,
to you.
don't apologize. Thank you. So, anywho, I was making bowl cozies, and then someone was like, "I need a neighborhood gift idea," and I was like, "Well, I'm kind of in my groove making bowl cozies," and I told her about it, and so she bought bowl cozies from me. So now I'm making
Oh.
like a ridiculous sum of bowl cozies, and I'm
Hmm.
like, it's not postpartum, but it is mom and what I'm doing, so I'll post about it.
Yeah.
This was like December 3rd or something like that, okay, of 2024.
Okay.
And that video, it was the crappiest video. It did great. And I don't remember what the views were, but I remember looking at it going, I have not had views like that ever. Apparently people like sewing. So let's
Yeah.
just do that again. And so then I just posted more about making bowl cozies. And then people were asking questions. So then I made videos responding to their questions. And then next
Mhm.
thing you know, it's January and I'm like, I think I need to do this. So I've
Yeah.
actually only been like I've been trying to be a content creator on and
Mhm.
off for quite a few years, but I have been doing what I'm doing with sewing and quilting since January of this year.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's so cool that it like you found your success there because there is so much out there to be had for quilting and sewing, and it's like there's so many different personalities, so it's like who's going to gravitate, and it's just interesting because I think some people hesitate like, oh, there's already so much out there, but it's like, yeah, but nobody's ever done it like you.
Yeah. That's what my
And
husband says. And I was kicking myself because I'm like, I've been sewing since I was like 8 years old. Why did I never consider, talking about sewing? I don't know why. But then it clicked. And the other thing is with my ADHD,
mhm,
I move on from things super fast. Sewing has been like the constant in my life. Like I
mhm,
always come back to it. It always brings me joy. Like it is a constant. So then when I started to figure out like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And it was like, oh, this is gonna last.
mhm.
Because if I'm bored of something, then I can just make something else. Like
Yeah.
sewing has so many like unlimited possibilities. And that's, I think, part of the reason why I've gravitated so much to it throughout my life.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, like, I would make the assumption, but also ask the question, like, do you think it's because there are so many ways to approach sewing? It can be quilting, it can be bowl cozies, it can be quilted vests and jackets for celebrities, it can be, curtains, it can be a dress like you made for your birthday, which was so
Yes.
cute.
Oh,
Um,
thank
yeah. I was like, oh, rifle paper, we're going to be friends. It's fine.
yeah.
Um, um there's just so many different things you can try, and I think for me, because also same, like I crocheted I was like, I'm gonna crochet everything, hats, scarves, whatever. I was making it for everybody, and then one day I was like, F that. I put it down and I haven't really like fully picked it back
Wait,
up
are we
since.
the same person? Because I crocheted for 2 years until I had like, what's it called?
Carpal tunnel.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it was over. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm done crocheting.
I
I
used to make like coffee cup cozies, and I would like sell them at the coffee shop that was across the street from the school where I was teaching at the time. And I sold a few here and there, and I would like take them to markets and whatever. Fine. I was like, I have some in my house like that we just kind of keep around because I made ones for like mugs. Um, and I look at them sometimes and I'm like, ugh. They're so cute, but I just like think about making them and I'm like, I can't do it. Like,
yes.
and I'm like, I started a sweater because I'm like, well, maybe if I make like a clothing item, because I've never made like a full sweater or anything like that. I started it 2 years ago, and I've made the one panel, like one body panel, and I'm like a third of the way through the second body panel, but I still have to make sleeves, I still have to make a neck, I still have to block it. And I'm like, oh my God, I could sew a shirt faster. And like I still kind of keep the projects around, but yeah, I think sewing, there's just so much more to it. Like it's crazy. Anyway, so
I'm
that
with
was
you. I'm with you 100%. Also, you're a teacher?
I was, yeah.
What did you teach?
I taught third grade for eight
Girl, I
years.
taught sixth grade. We're seriously twins.
Bananas. So bananas. Yeah, yeah. I was a third grade teacher for 8 years. And then I was like, just kidding, I can't do this. And I quit. And I quilt full time and podcast full time. So like
Amazing.
what I do. So yeah, it was crazy times. Teaching through the pandemic was the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Oof.
And that's not true. It's not the worst thing. We don't want to talk about the worst thing that's ever happened to me, but it was really hard. And it really just like, yeah, showed me that this is not where I should be at this time. Like I can't bring my best self to it. And that feels not fair for me or for the kids. And so I finished out the 2020 2021 school year and then left. So,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. How long how long did you teach?
I taught for 4 years
Okay.
and I stopped teaching in 2019.
Okay.
So I barely missed the pandemic.
Ugh.
My husband and I were, yeah, but I have so many friends in education. I have friends that
Yeah.
are principals and teachers
Yeah.
and all the
Mm,
things. And
yeah.
so and my mom is a teacher. So I have
Mhm.
my pulse still on education because I'm
Yeah.
surrounded by educators and,
Yeah.
and that pandemic teaching, I bless your soul. Um,
It was rough.
so my husband and I were going through infertility and the
Mm.
doctor told us basically like, because nothing was really working and they're like, okay, you're gonna have to do IVF. And
Mhm.
I didn't end up doing IVF, just to put that out there, because sometimes people run with that and I'm like, oh, like we
Yeah.
were in the process but we didn't have to do that in the end. But
Okay.
anyway, he said you need to do IVF and you also need to reduce your stress. And I was like,
Yeah.
wait, I was like, doesn't everyone experience stress? Also, I'm a teacher.
Right. Like, I don't know if you know what I do for a
Yeah,
living,
I'm like,
but
so I ended up, my husband and I decided that I need to quit to help because like I am someone who puts I'm sure you're the same. I put my
Mhm.
whole everything into whatever I'm doing. I don't half-ass anything.
Nope. It
And
is my whole entire
yes.
personality. Yeah.
And so the stress was stressing.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so I decided to quit. And then it was hilarious because it's like, well, you have to quit your job, but now you have to come up with the money for IVF, but you quit
Mhm.
your job.
Right.
So I got a job I like to call myself a cruise director at a
Mm.
Alzheimer and dementia care facility.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I planned activities and executed the activities. I took them for scenic drives and all the things. And it was like shortly thereafter that I found out that I was pregnant. And it was like I
Oh.
have autoimmune things, so I don't want to discount
Mhm.
it. And we did do certain treatments, but
Yeah.
quitting that job, it kind of goes to show the stress that you're under as an educator. And
Yeah.
anyway, it all
Yeah.
it all worked out and we have been able to have our family now, but
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, how did
I've
we
got
get
some
here? We're supposed to be talking about quilting.
I know, but that's the thing. I think like we all got to quilting as like our main thing somehow. And I feel like that's important to talk about because we're not just quilters, we're not just content creators, we're not just moms. And like teaching is so important. But like I also have autoimmune stuff and I was literally my hands, like my students used to be like, Mrs. Oros, what's wrong with your hands? Because they would be completely, every finger, every inch of my hand completely broken out in eczema at all times. Didn't
Gosh.
matter what I did. I had like found out in the middle of like my 8 years of teaching, like that I'm allergic to eggs, I'm allergic to oats, I'm allergic to mushrooms, I'm allergic to I've since I was a kid known that dairy, like I can't do dairy, but I like found out all these things and like I was eating so many egg whites because I was like finally starting to go to the gym and I was doing this like program to like lift weights and get shredded and can't eat oats, can't eat eggs, like off the charts, my body freaks out. And then so I like went vegan to try to like help and it helped a little bit. I like the like just from like reducing the inflammation from not eating what I was so not supposed to eat, like I dropped like 20 pounds immediately. And I wasn't like counting calories. I wasn't like
No,
holding back on like quantities and like what I was eating. It's just like shifting from eating like trash to like eating exclusively like vegetables and like, tofu, like really pulling away from all like animal products.
Whole Foods.
Yeah, it was like so crazy. And so that helped, but it was still just like I was like going to therapy, but then it was like not really helping because I was like stepping right back into the very environment that was like constantly keeping me triggered. I have a lot of safety issues, like, and being in school in these times doesn't feel safe ever. And so anyway, yeah, it's just yeah, when I quit, like my hands are clear and I still get little spots here and there because stress, but like it's just life. But it's like nowhere near what it used to be. And I'm like, if I want to live, if I want quality of life, I have to do something different. So we had the quilting business already. My mom was mostly running it because she was, stay-at-home mom. And then once my siblings were all gone, she's got her brother who has special needs and he lives with her. And so she was like taking care of him. And she's like, I can run the business. That's fine. And she's always been a sewer and a quilter. So anyway, I was like, Mom, I think I'm gonna quit teaching and help you do the business full time if you're okay with it. And she was like, Yes, please come help me. And I was like, okay. So
Like done.
yeah, it really worked out that like I had a business to like I didn't have to go get a like different job. I probably should money wise, but like, I fulfillment wise, I like tried to work part-time in a quilt shop and I was like, wow, I hate working for other people. Even if I really like them as people, I don't want you to be my boss. Like, don't tell me what to do.
Yep.
And that's about me. So anyway,
Look, we're just finding out all of these similarities because I don't know if you know, I don't eat gluten or dairy.
okay.
And autoimmune, it's like
Yeah.
fairly common to not do that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so many similarities. Amazing.
Yeah. 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 And it just impacts your day to day. So it's like I can have a flare up day where my body hurts like crazy and then I don't get as much done. And like, thankfully, I am only accountable to myself. But then it's like, oh, that puts me back a
Right.
day or two on getting stuff done for my clients. And it's like, I need them to trust me. And thankfully, they do because I'm always like very communicative with them. Like, so sorry, I was down and playing catch up. And usually they're like, I'm not in a hurry. It's fine. So it works out. But anyway, yeah, it's just interesting. Like, these things that we tell ourselves like we have to do, you have to go to college, you have to have this kind of job, you have to da da da. And it's like, but at what cost, right? Like for
Right.
you, it was costing you being able to have the family that you wanted to have. For me, it was costing my sanity and like literally my physical body. Like I, my husband used to call my fingers zombie nugs
Oh
because they were
no.
so bad. And he's like, I just feel so bad for your little zombie nugs. And I'm like, cut them off, you know, it was
Why
bad.
is that so sad, but also so
I
adorable?
know. I know. I know. I know. I'd be like sobbing and he's like, oh, zombie dogs. I'm like, I know. But then I was like, oh, if my kids ask, I'm gonna tell them I'm turning into a zombie because they're killing me slowly. No, I'm just kidding. I did
It's the
like,
equivalent to like, you gave me these gray hairs.
yeah, this is your fault.
Give
No,
me
I'd be like, oh,
zombie nugs.
I'm turning into a zombie. They're like, what? I'm like, I'm just kidding. I have eczema. They're like, oh. They're like, what's eczema? I'm like, this. They're like, oh. They're like, is it contagious? I'm like, nope. It's just
Yeah.
all in here. And they're like, okay. Like, don't mind getting, I've got blood on stuff. It's fine. It's embarrassing. So anyway, I quilt now.
I love that. I absolutely love. So I have psoriasis.
Uh-huh.
So I totally get you. And
Yeah.
it is hard because you get so like embarrassed or ashamed for things that like you literally can't handle. Cause like people,
Yeah.
you know, bless them or don't. Some of them are rude and just rude
Yeah.
for the sake of being rude. But it's like people will look at you and be like, ugh, is that contagious? How dare you? Whatever. And it's like,
Right.
can we be a little bit more informed, please? Like, not
Right.
everything you see on someone's skin is going to jump onto you, okay? Like, I'm
Right.
well aware of it, and thank you so much for making me just feel so great today. Like,
Right. And you're like, why would I come out in public and be like exposing you to this thing? I mean,
yeah,
I guess people do that because they like don't believe in protecting each other from gross germs.
sure.
But like if you're a pretty well put together person and like the rest of you seems fine, why would you assume I'm out here with like slime that's infected? Like,
Yes.
no, like my
Like, no, let's
skin,
just be kind to each other because we're all going through things.
right.
Let's just be kind.
Right. And it's like that invisible, it's not obviously it's like not invisible because it's like on your skin, it's on your body. Like I can only hide my hands so for so long kind of thing before it's like in someone's face or like I'm having to point at something and like, oh, there's the eczema, it's like, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, please. Don't you think that I already am so like self-conscious and self-aware that this is a thing that someone's gonna see and go, ugh, you know? It's
Yep.
happened my whole life, so why would it stop now? I don't know, maybe because I thought we could be adults and like not be grossed out by each
Yes.
other. Like
Yes.
it's not like I'm dirty or unwashed or like I don't know. it's interesting.
I'm with you. I'm so with you.
It's interesting for sure having that kind of having to exist in a world where like perfection is expected, but also unachievable and also like totally like, dismissive of like the human experience.
Mhm.
And I just like to say that my spiritual self is so big that my physical body has a hard time containing her.
Love that.
I'm like,
Absolutely.
this is how I make myself feel better because I'd rather be like shredding the skin off my body, but no, it's just my spiritual self growing. She's getting stronger.
Oh, and I'm over here like, I've been through my own things, and I'm over here like, you know
Mhm.
what? I'm just gonna be me and march to the beat of my own drum, whether you
Yeah.
like it or not. Then I'll
Yeah.
find the people who want to be with me and who like me for who I am.
Yeah, truly. And I think that's like, I don't, and I mean, obviously you have found success in that. So like you can probably, feel the same way, but just I feel like the more I've been in tune with myself and shown up as me, the easier it is to find more people who resonate with that. And then there are going to be the few naysayers here and there who just want to be negative to be negative, and it doesn't matter what you do or what you say. Like, there's always going to be a person who's like just not happy, and so then they gotta spew it somewhere. But for the most part, it's like you can only see me if I show you who I am, and I can only see you if you show me who you are. And I feel like the more that people like us can do it out in the open, the more it invites other people to do the same. And I think that's just where we can make stronger connections and build stronger community, whether it's quilting and sewing or, momming it up or whatever, like autoimmune.
Just showing up as our true authentic selves, people can recognize that. Like
Yeah.
people can recognize, you know, when
Yeah.
when you're being authentic. And
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. And I feel like, well, I mean, I read it in the Four Agreements, but just that we mirror ourselves to each other. Like, so if you're showing up as your full self and with love and light, hopefully that's what other people see back in themselves. And like, if they can't, then that's like not your fault, right? You
right.
can't help what people see from you or what they perceive. So it's just been such an interesting journey to like learn how to like deal with, and staring at my own self and listening to my own self for hours and hours on end while I'm editing. I'm like, oh
Yes.
my God.
You learn so much about yourself so
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah. Like, how was that for you? Did it like, because you said tried to create content over, different time periods about different things, but like, was that ever something that like would stop you, or was it something you had to kind
A
of,
long time there was some insecurity behind it, and so I think that's like I wasn't giving it 100% because there
Mhm,
was some insecurity in it, and I also just wasn't in a place to really dedicate time. But I
mm,
think when I got that like first dopamine hit of like, oh my gosh, like this could be successful, and I
mhm,
this is something I can see myself doing, that's when I got really like, okay, I'm committing. I'm going to do this. And like, I rarely miss a day to post. Like, I try really
mhm,
hard to post every day. And that is when I started to learn about myself, when I
mhm,
really gave it everything. And I'm like, oh, I know that I say so a lot. And I'm like, okay, all I have to do is listen for the so, and that's where I'm cutting. Whatever
mhm.
comes after the so is what makes it into the video. And it's like that natural cue of like, I
Uh-huh.
have natural cue that at first I was like, why do I say that so much? And now I'm like, I'm glad I say that because that is my little cue to edit.
Mhm. Yeah.
And or just, messing with my hair or
Mhm.
whatever. Like you just all of a sudden you're like, wow, I have these mannerisms I had no idea I had.
I know, right? Yeah. I like touch my hair a lot when I'm like, oh, I was super anxious right there because I was like, I'm like playing with my hair and like touching my face. I'm like, girl, calm down. Like, it's like so funny after the fact. Cause I think like, too, because I'm like asking people to be on the show, and some people are really big personalities in the quilting world. And so it's like, the equivalent of asking a celebrity to like do something with you. And like, I'm not looking for anything but a conversation. And it's it's just interesting, like the nerves that come with it. And if I like meet
Yeah.
someone that I've like watched from afar and I have like fangirled about it, and then I'm like, I can see when I'm like freaking out and I'm like, ugh,
You're like, chill.
hindsight.
They're
Yeah,
just a
I
person.
know. I'm
Okay.
like,
Do you know who Carly Porter is?
I love Carly so, so
Okay, I'm
much.
obsessed with Carly. And
Hmm.
it was funny because we connected on social media a while back.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who DM'd who, but something happened. And I just remember Carly being like, OMG, I'm freaking out. You're talking to me. And I was like, isn't this funny? Because I'm on the other side of this phone doing the exact same thing to you right now. And like we
Right.
had that whole interaction of like we're fangirling over each other. And it's that moment of realizing like, sure, we have a certain number of followers, and that is cool. Like we've worked
Right.
hard for that. But also like we're just girls in our 30s quilting for fun. Like it's
Exactly.
not that deep.
Right. Yeah. No, exactly. I'm like, I'm just a girl sitting over here doing my hobby, doing the thing that I love, fangirling about people who are doing it even better than me, and like people I can admire who I feel like are making a cool impact on the world. And it's like, then when I get to talk to them, I'm like, oh my God, I like totally have a crush on you. But yeah, Carly, like, man, she will like just swoop you under her wing and it's just like incredible. But
She's
um
cool.
she was my 100th episode on the show.
Oh,
I
that's
know.
cool.
So fun. And it was funny because she was like, oh, and your affiliate link. And I was like, my affiliate link? Like she swooped me in as an affiliate with
Yes. I'm
her.
taking her graffiti quilting course right now.
It's
Like
so
I'm
fun.
in
Is it
we
not?
have our last class like coming up.
Is
So
it not the most fun? I
oh,
took it last year.
she's so cool.
I know. She's
She's
so
so
cool.
cool.
I love her so much. Yeah. So yeah, but you're right. It is funny how like, and like if I talk to somebody and they're like, "Oh my God, I've listened to every episode," and I'm like, "What?" It's so sweaty. I'm like, yeah, no, for real, because I'm like, I'm just doing this because I like it and it's fun. And it was like, my husband was like, you really got to start a podcast. And I was like, me? He's like, you love to talk. You love like meeting people. You love to talk about quilting. Like, I think you should do it. And I was like, okay, fine. And he knew how to edit and all that stuff. So he like taught me how. And my friend Miranda, who we are going to talk about very soon, she started it with me. I was like, will you do this with me? So I'm like not talking to myself. She's like, yeah, absolutely. So she's on the first like 8 or 10 episodes with me, and then she was like, I have a day job, and I was like, right. So she was like, you have my blessing, do what you will with the show. And I was like, okay, great, thank you so much. um but yeah, anyway, so it's just interesting
Yeah.
because I'm like, I'm just a girl in my house like recording myself talking to people, but it's fine.
And you're also just so cool.
I try. Okay, well, I think it's time to talk about Benson Boone because,
The time has come.
as we kind of mentioned, and as some people probably already know, you
A few.
went very viral for being able to gift Benson Boone a quilted vest that you made specifically for him. Did you put Benson on the back, on
I
the
did.
collar? Yeah. I was like, because I've seen other kind of things that he's worn that say Boone, but
Uh-huh.
you put Benson on his beautiful quilted collar. And you like documented the whole process, which I loved, like seeing a kind of every step of the way of you like deciding how to place the blocks and where to put the heart square. I thought was so cute. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, like was that something that you decided after you got tickets, or like kind of, I mean, I know you've got it documented in your content, but I want to
Yes.
hear it
Oh,
directly from you.
let's chat about it. I'm still not sick of talking about it yet.
Okay, good. Okay,
I don't think
good.
I ever will be actually. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah, yeah, true,
Anyone
true.
want to talk about it? I'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Um, so I had a friend who bought tickets for her whole family and she was excited to go and she like wanted tickets really close and so she bought them. And then she gets the tickets to her inbox and realizes that she bought standing floor tickets for
Hmm.
her family with
Oh,
young children. And her husband was like, "What did you just do?"
I'm sorry, what?
Then she did what any good girlfriend does, and she goes to the girls' chat, and she's like, who wants to scoop these up and come with me? And so then the girls assembled and we're like, we're going. And it's
Yeah.
kind of funny because I'm typically like, I love music, don't get me wrong. But I am typically like, mid-tier ticket
Mhm.
person. I'm not typically a floor person.
Mhm.
That has now changed. Just
Yeah.
out there. I'm like, well, it's because I never experienced floor, and now I am ruined for the rest of my life. Sorry to my,
Yeah.
but um, so we had these floor tickets, and I was like, I'm never gonna be that close to like Benson Boone ever again in my entire life. So if I
Mhm.
want to do something, I need to do it. So we got those tickets well in advance.
Mhm.
I've been toying with the idea of like, oh, I should make him a quilt. Oh my gosh. And then I
Mhm.
realized there's a local outdoor what's it called? Like it's USANA, but it's not USANA. Anyway, it's an outdoor performing area that a lot
Oh.
of concerts come to here in Utah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mhm. I've been
And
there. I went to Nile Horn there.
heyo. And I love it because you can take your quilt and go sit in the lawn and be part of the
Mhm.
concert. But I'm like, wait, this is at the Delta Center. They're not gonna let me take a quilt in there. And so
Mhm.
then the juices got flowing, and I'm like, oh, they won't let me take a quilt, but they can't tell me I can't wear clothing. We're making him
Yeah.
a vest because he freaking loves vests. Like, and then everything just was like, it was just falling into place. And I was just getting like more and more hyped. And
Yeah.
friends were like, you should totally do it. And so then I started buying fabric and I started like collecting fabric. I knew the concert was the American Heart Tour. So I
Mhm.
wanted red, white, and blue, but also it's Benson Boone. So we put some like hot pinks in there and some different colors of blue because the American Heart Tour isn't necessarily like a USA themed tour. It's
Right.
it's not that it isn't, but that's not the focus. So anyway,
Right. Right.
I started playing around with all these different colors and collecting fabrics for quite a while. And
Mhm.
then I had like a lot of back-to-back events and I was feeling really tired. And I was telling my husband, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Like, I'm running out of time. There's only 2 weeks till the concert, but I had all the fabric. And my
Yeah.
husband's like, it's cute that you think you're not going to do this. Like, you know me so well. So with
Mhm.
2 weeks to go, I fully committed. And I'm like, you know what? I've thought about this. I've dreamt about it. We're doing it. Just full send.
Yeah.
So then I decided I'll just bring my followers along for the journey. I'm going to do a lot of live streaming to get like ideas and help and input. I'm going to post like crazy about it and try and get noticed before the concert.
Mhm.
And yeah, it took me about 2 weeks to pull it all together. And to be honest with you, none of the content like blew up. Like
Yeah.
content had fine views, like the views were fine.
Right.
But to get the attention of someone with a 6 million like following,
Mhm.
the views were not there to get his attention.
Right.
And so then it was like, well, now I have to resort to like me jumping up and down and screaming on
Mhm.
the floor.
Yeah.
And so me
Right.
and my girlfriends, you can see in the video, we're just doing everything we
Yeah.
can. And thankfully we were right there. And he saw it pretty early on
Mhm.
and walked away. And I was like, he hated it. He thought it was ugly. Like, over. It's done. And I'm like, no, it's not. He has to take this. And
Yeah.
then he changes outfits, he sings some more songs, and then all of a sudden he had just launched, like his friend came out and launched a t-shirt cannon announcing like the surprise song because each
Oh.
concert he's been doing like a cover of something and
Mhm.
everyone is so excited to hear which cover he's doing. And so that was actually a pretty important part of the story for me because he goes viral all the time, but the things that were going the most viral in his concerts were the covers.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
just
Mhm.
so happened that right after the cover is announced, he walks right by where I was standing. And I stood there strategically because I saw there was a water bottle and I was like, he's going to be drinking out of that.
Yeah.
He walked
Smart.
over to the water bottle and then I'm like, and
Yeah.
finally he just gives me that little like two finger. And I was like, oh, me?
I'm
Oh,
married. I'm married. I'm married. I'm married.
literally. And also he's like 23.
I
I'm
know,
like,
but
you're 23 and I'm
yeah.
married.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my
But
gosh,
like
my
the
camera.
whole, it wasn't like, it was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There was something different about that.
Uh-huh.
And he, You
Yeah,
did.
I saw it and I was like, oh my God. I would be like, are you proposing right now? Like,
She hugged me at the end. Someone commented, "You're pregnant now." I'm
yeah,
like,
for real.
so anyway, when he did that, and I'm not kidding, I don't remember throwing the jacket. Like I watched the video so many times because everyone is like, that throw.
Yeah,
How did you do it? Like it was, he didn't even have to like bend over. Like it just, and I was like, I don't remember.
it
Because my
was
sister was
divine.
like, did you do a free throw or did you do, it just, it was the force. Okay. It was
Yeah,
the force. It went up. That someone else said the force, and now I've latched onto it because I'm like, yes.
but for real.
Um, and so it all worked out so well. And then he freaking loved it and modeled it and talked about it. And you know what? I think something that I was so excited and just like, I thought I fully have believed in myself the entire time. Even when like I didn't go viral prepping for the concert, I
Right.
believed in it. I was like, I can do this. He's gonna see this and
Yeah.
see it. And he's
Yeah.
gonna want it. So like I believed in myself. And so when he took it, I was like hoping that he'd be like, "Oh, this is so wonderful. Thank you so much." I had no idea that he was then going to take off his own, like strip his vest off of him to put my vest on,
Yeah.
perform Alicia Keys, which then that's Alicia Keys song went viral. And then everyone saw and was like, "What in the what? That vest? Are you kidding me?" And like people were going nuts for the vest, having no idea that it wasn't his planned attire for the concert. Like
Right.
people thought it was like made for the concert. And it
Yeah.
was like the biggest compliment to me that I'm like, I pulled it off. Like people believe it. People
Yeah.
believe it. And so that just, and then when he got up there and said, "You're a quilter." And I was like, did he just say quilter? He didn't say, "Did you crochet this? Did you knit
Right.
this? You're a quilter?" And I was like, he's
Oh.
at the front door. Benson Boone knows what a quilter is. Like I'm in love. I'm totally in love.
You're
Absolutely.
like, yes, sir.
I was like, say it louder.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, so I mentioned my friend Miranda because she was at night one, you went to night two, and then she went all the way back to Utah for night three.
I can't believe she missed
I
me.
know she was so mad, but she was like literally texting me. She was like, "Get this girl on the show." And I was like, "She's going to be on Quilter on Fire." And then I was like, "You know what? Screw it. I can do this for my best friend." And so I reached out, but she is like so many other people and she's fully aware, but like fully in love with this man.
Oh yeah.
And she said to specifically ask she said to
Oh,
specifically ask you
I'm excited.
what he smells like and how
Uh-huh.
his skin feels.
Okay. Okay. Here's the sad truth.
Mhm.
I have no idea.
You blacked out?
But literally, I'm just like, all I remember was that it was a solid hug. Like, if you go
Mm,
look at the video, my arm is fully around his shoulder. Like, it was a solid hug.
yeah.
I did not sniff. And
Mhm.
there was, he's got the whole vest and the hair. It's like his skin did feel good. I guess I grabbed his shoulder. He just
Mhm.
felt strong. Okay. So he
Mm,
felt strong and sweaty. And you know what?
yeah.
We can respect a good man sweat.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially when he's putting on a performance for us.
Absolutely.
Um, well, thank you for answering that question.
I'm sorry it's
And
not a better. I could make up a better answer if she wants,
I
but
mean,
that's the truth of the matter.
she'll want the whole truth instead of lies because, it is what it
This
is.
is what I'll say. Rather than smell and feel like skin,
Mhm.
he can give a solid hug.
And that's
It,
important.
it was a solid hug. It
It's not
wasn't
like
right. It
a
was a
limp.
full on solid hug. And I
Yeah.
love it.
It looked like a good one. Wow, that's incredible. And it's like literally so many people's like dream come true. Like we all imagine ourselves like, okay, I'm going to do this thing and then they're going to notice me and da da da, whatever. So to like actually have it happen is like, and isn't it so funny? Our brains can't handle so much excitement that we literally black out of our own experience to protect our brains. And then we're like, wait, what just happened? And people are like, oh my God. And you're like, yeah, that's so cool that that happened to me, but I wasn't there. Like,
As my best friend Laura, she'll always say, the lights are on, but no one's home.
yeah, for real. Like you're clearly like hugging him, throwing the vest, like doing all this stuff, and you're like, I don't know. Like,
I got it on video.
yeah,
So
At least you have evidence. Like that's so nice because like, and to think like back in the day, when people weren't recording every second of their lives and concerts and like how who would
You would
know?
tell someone, I made a vest for Benson Boone and he hugged me, and they'd be like, that's a cute story.
Attention whore,
Yes, yes. I'm
She's
like,
just saying that for
no.
attention. You're like, it
But
for
it
real
really happened.
happened. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. And so now you've switched gears and you are designing and building a quilted jacket for Drew Barrymore.
Yes. Now
Love.
I decided that I have 15 minutes of fame and I'm
Yeah.
gonna use it.
I mean, please do because how fun. And it's just like so encouraging and fun to like think like, oh, that could happen to me. And as someone who goes to lots of concerts and my friend Miranda goes to tons of concerts, as you could probably guess by the fact
Yes.
that she went to Benson Boone twice, like, and out of our own city, she had to go to a different state to do it, and she still did it anyway. Um,
Yes, that's
but
commitment.
yeah, for real. And I was like talking about it because we went in 2023 went to Ed Sheeran in Seattle and we were on the floor and same thing. We were close and it was just like so spectacular. And I was like, oh, I wish we had like made something for him and was like so mad at myself that we didn't because we were so close. And Macklemore came out. That was fun.
Oh,
It was just such a good night. But anyway, so yeah, it's like you think like, oh, I should have done it. And now I'm like, I should do it next time. And
absolutely.
splurge for the floor seats if you can or floor standing room because it literally is such a different experience than just like sitting in a chair like a mile away. And sometimes that's all you can budget. Like we went to Lady Gaga
Absolutely.
this summer and it was a sad like we had to do nosebleeds. That's all I could afford. But I was like, I'm going to the
Yes.
Mayhem Ball and you can't stop me. Nobody tried to
Kind of
stop
fun
me.
too, because like I'm like I definitely like what is the term? I match energy. Okay.
Hmm.
So I
Hmm.
very much match energy.
Me too. Me
And
too.
that's something I noticed is like I've been to quite a few concerts where, I'm up in the nosebleeds or wherever I am. And the energy there is like you get the energy from the performance, but you're still up there. And there's a lot of people who will like sit down and stuff. And so you're like,
Right.
I'm tired. I'll sit down and watch this one. And you
Yeah.
feel the fatigue or whatever. Being on that floor, I
Hmm.
didn't feel fatigued one time. I was
Yeah.
on my feet, dancing, screaming, laughing the entire time. And
Yeah.
it's a totally different experience. So
Hmm.
I guess I now have higher standards for concerts, and that's good and bad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not so good for the bank account, but it's fantastic for your life.
Yes.
It's like I can't take the money with me when I pass away anyway,
Right.
so I might as well just spend it how I
Enjoy
want
it.
and have people be like, "Oh my gosh, she went to so many concerts. I want to be like her." Like, yeah, do it.
It just
It's
and like you were saying, you want to make something for someone? Do it.
yeah, I
Do
know.
it.
And that's like Miranda, we were talking about it yesterday too, and Miranda was like, "Remember when like because like Katy Perry has always been like her very favorite. And so she's been to like a million Katy Perry concerts. And she was like, oh, when she had her baby, like, remember how I was like, I want to make her a baby quilt. And then I didn't do it, even though I was like going to her concert right after. And I was like, yeah, she's like, I wish I would have. Like, I just wish I would have
Yep.
because who knows? I'm like, I know. And like, Dee over at Pixel Quilts, she made like, well, she's made so many quilts, like all those
Yes.
posty quilts and like but the Lady Gaga quilt she made. I was like, could you imagine? Could you imagine getting to give that to Lady Gaga?
Oh,
Ah, I'd die.
yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can imagine now. You know what it's like. You don't have to guess. You don't have to wonder. You get to live
Oh.
with that in your brain forever, which is so nice. So nice.
Well, and I think too, like I had such an incredible experience, and it wasn't just because like I did it. It was how Benson received it.
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
cause not everyone would receive it the way that he received it. Like I'm saying,
Right.
like you can do all the things and you can put your best effort and whatever, but like the other person kind of has to show up too. And so it
Right.
was truly incredible how, like I said, he took it, he wore it, he modeled it,
Hmm.
he commented, he all the things. He posted about
Right.
me on his story.
Yeah.
And he like sought me out for a hug. And so it's like
Right.
he made it the experience that it was.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Cause he could
And
have just
he's
taken it.
incredible to his fans.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Not
seems
saying
like,
Lady Gaga wouldn't, because Lady Gaga's
no,
amazing. But yeah,
yeah.
like,
Right.
yeah.
And
And we've
yeah,
all made a quilt for someone and have them been like, thank you so much. And you're like, you don't get it. You
mm-mm,
don't get it.
give
And
it
this was
back.
that moment for all of the quilters where it was like, he gets it. And
Yeah,
like, it was so worth it.
yeah, yeah. And I think he clearly has seen it somewhere in his life. Like someone has shown him the value of what that actually means for him to be able to fully appreciate that you literally made that for him. Like you didn't just buy it and glue some letters on, it's like you curated fabrics, you made every block, you quilted it, you put it together specifically for him and for him to like see that, like truly see it, like you're saying. It's like, yeah, it could have been something else where he just like took it and was like, thanks, and just like went on with the concert and like didn't really absorb it, didn't
Yep.
really show that he couldn't appreciate it. But he was in the space to be able to do that. And that is just so cool.
Yes. It was funny because I got interviewed on KSL and they were like, wow, like you've probably got a whole new like fan base from all the Benson Boone fans. I was like, well, yes, I definitely have picked up some Benson Boone fans. But you know what? I think more so Benson Boone picked up a whole new fan base that he had no idea was out there because
Yeah.
all quilters love Benson Boone right now, and so many of them had never heard of him.
Yeah, I know. I told my husband, I was like, oh, she was able to, like, she quilted a vest and gave it to Benson Boone. He's like, who's that? And then, of course, I had to play Beautiful Things. And he was like, oh, I'm like, this
Yes.
guy. I was like, also, he's only 23. He was like, what the fuck? Like, he was like, okay. I'm like, this is a big deal. He was like, I believe you.
Yes.
Like, he's like, no, that's so cool. Like, good for her. Like, that's awesome. I was like, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go talk to this lady now. He was like, okay, bye. Like, I'm glad you're excited. I'm like, I am. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's so cool. And I just think, yeah, like a dream that so many of us have of like being able to give someone that we love and respect and, appreciate their artistry, like giving them something that is meaningful to us. And so for all the quilters out there, it's like, oh, she did it.
Yes. I feel like Elle Woods. We did
Yeah.
it.
What, like it's hard?
Yes. I'm due for a rewatch now.
I know, I know. So good, so good. So yeah, I know I watched like you initially started making that then came June pattern for Drew Barrymore's jacket, and the like original block size was way too big, so you shrunk them down. Are you sticking with that smaller size, or were you gonna try to go somewhere in the
So I
middle?
did make a medium,
Mhm.
and the medium is too big too. It's just the
Okay.
scale. It's like you lose it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with the small one. I'm still going to follow. For a minute there, I was going to like follow her pattern, but like make it my own. And all bets are off. We're still not that far into the process. So I could change it.
Hmm.
I'm prone to changing things. I am. My followers, they'll like help me with something and they'll be like, okay, can't wait to see what you change when you post about it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't help myself. So
Yeah.
I'm currently planning on pretty much following her pattern just at the smaller scale. So
Okay. Okay.
yes.
Fun. Um, yeah, that's so fun. I'm just like my head is spinning. It's so fun.
Yes.
Um, and I guess like, yeah, like, are you solely focusing on that? Do you have like ideas for other stuff you want to do afterwards? Like, are you kind of staying in this vein of making stuff for celebrities that you
I
love
feel
or?
like that is a great question, and my brain is going everywhere all at the same time.
Hmm.
And I kind of want to see what happens with the Drew Barrymore coat because so many people are like, Chelsea, this could be like your thing. And I'm like, I wouldn't be mad about meeting celebrities all the time.
Right.
Like, I would
Right.
happily make this my thing. But
Yeah.
I guess we just have to see how it goes. Maybe I'm a one-hit wonder and we're just going to go back to our regularly scheduled programming, or maybe we can strike, like lightning can strike twice and we'll do it again. But I
Yeah.
would not be upset about building a career around making things for people I respect and admire.
Yeah. Right. Like, oh, you could
And
think
like
of.
people are like, okay, so why Drew Barrymore?
Hmm.
I'm like, well,
Hmm.
there's actually a lot of thought into Drew Barrymore. Like
Hmm.
like Benson Boone was like my start, someone I love and admire and respect, and is an incredible performer, and I had the opportunity. Like there
Right.
was opportunity along with that.
Right.
So now it's time to make my own opportunities.
Yeah.
And so I strategically chose Drew Barrymore because, like, growing up, like, I have a bully story. I have, the reason
Mhm.
a lot of times people with personalities like mine, sometimes they're born with a personality like mine, but a lot of times it's honed. And
Mhm.
like, I've been through some things to get me to where I am.
Yeah.
And that's like the backstory that not a lot of people have. A lot
Mhm.
of people are like, oh, like, I wish that I, had your outlook or whatever. And I'm like, well, my outlook was built on some really sad things happening.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
and so Drew Barrymore, I'm making her coat based off of a character from Never Been Kissed.
Mhm.
It's Josie Geller, and I
Mhm.
feel like I have a lot of things in common with her,
Mhm.
and like a nice fun story of coming of my own, like becoming my own person, and
Mhm.
gaining confidence and all the
Yeah.
things. And so that's really what I wanted to wrap up into this coat. And then of course she has her talk show, and so that just makes it real convenient. And so it was just this combination of like, this could be something interesting for her and for me and for quilters everywhere. And so I have to
Yeah.
shoot my shot. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm currently planning on doing, like what I'm focusing on. But I
Mhm.
am trying to do other things. Like right now, I'm really trying to get, I'm going to start going more into YouTube. I'm going to
Mhm.
try and post some more long form content.
Mhm.
I've been talking with some friends today about how to help me do that, because
Mhm.
that is a beast in itself.
Yep.
And a
Truly.
lot of people are asking for long form content from me. And so I'm going to try and branch into that and see where that takes me as well. So that's
Yeah.
something else coming in the horizon. And it's funny you bring up earlier Ed Sheeran,
Mhm.
Seattle, because I have floor tickets to Ed Sheeran next year in Seattle.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I know. We're gonna get some too because I'm like,
Yes.
I can't. It was just so good,
Yes.
and I want that experience again.
Oh yeah. I can't remember exactly where my tickets are, but like they're floor, but there's
Mhm.
seats. And so like
Okay.
I don't know if it really lends itself well to getting him something, right? And not everything is about getting someone something, but
Right.
if there's an opportunity, I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's so interactive. Like, he mixes every single show like live, he's using his looper pedal and stuff. So every show's unique, every experience is different. Like, so I feel like there is kind of like opportunity, like when he was coming off the stage and there was like kind of a runway area, like into the crowd essentially, like at least with that previous setup. Like, I don't know how his new stage is going to be, but it'll
Right.
just be interesting to see and kind of as it
I will
starts.
I will go prepared, and we'll just see what comes of it.
Yeah, honestly, like the worst thing that can happen is that you just have to take it home with you.
Yeah. Oh, how sad I get to keep something I made.
Oh, bummer, dude. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh, fun. Well, hopefully we end up going on the same night because that'll be so
Oh,
cool.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I've loved getting to chat and connect and get to know you because like I said, this is like the first time we're talking to each other.
Yes. Well,
So,
thank you for having me. And I can see why your husband pushed you to be a podcaster, because you made this
uh,
very effortless and fun, and I really enjoyed chatting with you.
oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. It's a labor of love and I do it because I love it and it's so much
Yes.
fun. So I appreciate you. And um you are at Chelsea_B_Porter on Instagram. You have a few loose threads.com is your website where people can find you if they don't for some reason already know who you are. Um,
Yes.
and
Yeah, and my
yeah.
website links to all of my different socials.
Okay.
So if you go to my website, you can find me at all the different places.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So find you, Chelsea B. Porter, a few loose threads, anywhere you get your content, pretty much.
Pretty
And
much.
we will watch your development on your Drew Barrymore coat, and hopefully we'll get to see more kind of celebrity handoffs from you, and that'll be so fun. And we can all live vicariously through you.
Oh,
And
I
thank
would
you.
love to take everyone along for the ride.
Yeah, and thank you for answering Miranda's very specific questions because I know that that will just help settle her because it's been
And apologize to her that I didn't, get a good sniff in. I'm so
it's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. I mean, we can't all be as I don't know, like, I feel like you think you're gonna behave a certain way if something happens, and then, like, everything flies out the window when the thing actually happens, so who knows, like,
100%.
anyway, but thanks again, and, we will keep an eye on you and what you've got going on.
Oh, well, thank you so much.